Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly, your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready, X25, check. Get out.
Running from the gun with Henry. Henry all alone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Derrick Henry, 60 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. First carry now. This is Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. On third down, this is Jackson. And now running right through it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now here's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. After the interception, here's Ryan. Wide open, it's Marshall, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Third and long. It's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Marshall there to make the grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. They run on first down with Jackson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. From the 44, Mahomes. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On first down, Ryan. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
25 yards that time. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Henry's got it out on the left side. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Derrick Henry. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They'll run here with both. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection.
Make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Marr now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Cowboys 28, Bears nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down, it's Jackson. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage.
It's now 3rd and 15.
Easy.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, it's looking like another 3-and-out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Ready. 25. 51. South.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Smooth.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And Olsen over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check it back.
39.
To throw is Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Ryan. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A first down carry for Henry. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Base. Let him go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan to the right side, and he's got Edelman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Watch that in, tight right. Gun.
3 down, 3.
Hey, Delta.
51 the mic, boy.
Gun.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Julian Edelman, as time expires in the first half, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Marr, up and good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. And caught left side, Olsen. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Ryan now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's 1st down.
Hey, Charlie.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Greg Olsen. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Got it. 21. Hey, express.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Hey, South.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Ryan. And he lets go a laser pulled in by Edelman. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, take 10. Spot 21.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Ryan. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. Olsen too much. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ryan. This one caught left side by Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Tuesday, let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Greg Olsen was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
That's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
Yellow, 480. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Is that the flag?
He could be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. But likely not for long, as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Ryan. Throw left side complete. It's Henry. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. Ryan now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You're talking about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half. To carry that with them, It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Hey, South.
On 1st down, Ryan. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Max 50, Max 50. Let's go, defense. Our time.
Here's Ryan to throw. Wide open, Julian Edelman. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down. Ryan now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Max 50, Max 50. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Ryan will throw again. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Ryan and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Caught by Marshall. He's got it for an Oakland touchdown. Brandon Marshall there to make the grab. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
39, 58.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Sideline throw, that's caught. Amari Cooper. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Henry. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. The kick by Maher is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separate.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Hopkins, 72 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Gun, ready to go.
Now it's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, white.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. There he goes, Brandon Marshall. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brandon Marshall, his second touchdown of the night, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in for the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, let's get this. Hey, look,
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
The coverage that time was unbelievable the whole way around. I mean, you've got a quarterback just standing back there in the pocket. He had all night to survey the field, and he still couldn't find anybody. And when he finally did throw it, he threw it to the other team.
Ryan. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Here's Ryan. Henry's got it out on the left side. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a second down.
Mark 50. They can't hang with us.
Hey, South.
Ryan. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 50. It's our time. It's our time.
To throw again is Ryan. Trying for Edelman again. This time he's got it. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Marr able to put this one through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. It's his 3rd field goal now with the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And a key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Mahomes now to throw. Throw to the right here to Gordon. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
SOS. 49, check 49.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to regain the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And after the touch, to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. 11 yards there, 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mike 50, hey, Charlie.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he lets go a laser pulled in by Edelman. And now a fumble. The ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
39.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield. He's sacked at the 46. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big ways. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a... Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Badgley now to kick this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Gun.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
20. Hey, South.
Here we go.
On first down, Ryan. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 43.
Hey, 59, ready. Hey, high 7.
Tighten up.
Wait.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Here's Ryan to throw. Throws left side, complete to Brandon Marshall. A gain of 6 there on first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
To throw again on second down. Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Ryan will throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. Right side caught by Jackson. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On first down, Newton. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's caught by Jackson. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Trubisky. Sliding out of the pocket. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh?
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Operating from the gun, Ryan. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And it's a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down. Back to throw, Newton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. It's caught by Jackson. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's taken down inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doc.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Ryan. Aaron Donald with a sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Your trip is here.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. To throw on 2nd and 10. Newton, Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. They'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. Steps away to it, and he's going to go down again. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now it's Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Ryan. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's move. Let's go, dude. Let's go.
To throw again is Ryan. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check right 54, right 50, over.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Line ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all or nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Now Trubisky to throw. Incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Ryan now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion. And another 1st and 10 here. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Try to punch it in with Henry. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And an alley to run. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Now Newton on first down. He finds his target, Beckham. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Newton to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. 2nd down and goal. Newton. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Odell Beckham there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On first down, Ryan. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. There he goes, Julian Edelman. Touchdown, Cowboys. Julian Edelman, 46 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
This is taken at the 3. And shutting him off, now open field.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. On first down, Trubisky. 20! The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is...
Today, ready? Tonight, what are Tonight, what are Tonight, what are Tonight, what are Tonight, 180. What are Tonight, 180. What are Tonight, what are Tonight, what are
All right, man, let's go. Bring it in tight. All right, let me tell you something. Championship teams have one thing in common. Great practice habits. Today was a great practice. And if we do that every day, there's no reason we can't win a championship.
Set, 180. Set, 180. What do you got? Here we go. Set, 180. What do you got? Set, 180. What do you got? Set, 180. Hi! Set, 180. Hi! Set, 180. What do you got? Set, 180. What do you got? Set, 180. What do you got? All right, come on. Set, 180. What do you got? Set, 180. What do you got? Sit in. 180. 40 hard. Sit in. 180. 40 hard. Sit in. 180. 40 hard.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Back to the 19!
I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you!
Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Right, it appeared to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
I'm going back to you.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he'll be taken. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line.
Hey, check. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Hey, tight. 5 wide.
Allen gonna throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Charles Harris in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen is brought in complete. It's John Brown. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Charles Harris able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Alert! 58's the mic.
They'll run with his second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Trip. You got trip. Hey, Delta. Check 3. Tight end left.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 12 yards there and a 1st down. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the 2nd round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Parker unable to get that one. That'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
You can't block me.
Now Balaj. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Middle.
On third down, Rosen. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Switch it. Come here, switch it. He's checking.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a first and goal. Allen now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
This will be caught at about the 5. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. Allen now on third and goal. That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it.
For a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be... And he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. They run here with Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
I got you, pop.
They'll run here with Balazs. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Monday. Hey, Charlie.
On second and 7, Rosen out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Right over there. Hey, alert. Hey, wahoo.
From the gun, it's Rosen. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up second and 4 at the Bills' 44-yard line.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Monday. Hey, high 7.
Mike 58, right there. Watch the fly.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kid.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Eli Harrell, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Monday.
Third and long here for Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker as the first half is winding down. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
A final shot before half for Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Hey, Haywood!
Check safety!
Hard.
Out! Rush in!
On first down, it's Rosen. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Lorenzo Alexander wreaking the defensive havoc.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Rosen to his tight end, Gesicki. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Singletary. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The pass to Brown as he holds it in.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st down, Singletary. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
What we got? Hey, Foxtrot. Check right 47.
From just shy of midfield, Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Christian Wilkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
We got this. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from different.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Lorenzo Alexander picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They run it with Balaj. And an alley to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Balaj. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. 80. Off the field.
Now it's Rosen. And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. Minkah Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the 1st-round pick out of Alabama.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go right back to Singletary. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Now he's going to go for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
58 to Mike. Smooth. Time to go. Night. 58. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Right there. Hey.
Middle.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the left side, this is Stills. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm going to run you over.
Hug.
Hey, check Mike 57. Quarter.
And now it's Rosen looking. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Rosen looking to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Alert. 57.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. And you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. 3 out.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Rosen. And throw right side complete to Parker. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Rosen now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rosen. On the right side open is Gesicki. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And he's got his man on the out route. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Dolphins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw in overtime now for Rosen. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
I know you felt that
one. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
56, 56.
What can Allen do now with his drive? Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
43.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Echo.
43. Mike 43. Watch the run. Watch the run. 43 is the Mike. 43 is the Mike. Watch the screen. Alert. Screen. Watch the screen. Watch.
Hey, Charlie.
Screen.
And here's Allen throwing again. Throw left side complete to Foster. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, Wahoo.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that will be incomplete. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Lorenzo Alexander able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
80 weapons. Bravo.
Check 37. Check 37. Alert flag. Alert flag.
Monday.
Check it. Alert. Alert. Alert.
To throw is Rosen. And over the middle, this is Parker. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs roll around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Meh.
Yeah,
MEH, meh. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we sign off from Miami. Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left. Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left.
The Seahawks are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock.